Yeah. So it's kind of funny, it started with like with this whole, even just this podcasting thing. Like when COVID started, I kind of was antsy to do something, but because when I found out about my second heart surgery, I'll give you the, I guess, history on that. But when I found out I had to have another surgery, I felt like I should do something. I just didn't know what. And if you've ever even filmed yourself, it's super weird and strange the first time, but it was a little bit kind of therapeutic. I felt like I put some videos out to let people know what I was going through with this surgery. And, it was a big one. It was a bad one, right? I had to do, the open heart, mitral valve, supposed to be a replacement, but actually it turns out after they went in, they were able to just repair with a ring and some parts in there. So, but anyway, I don't have to do no medication, no blood thinners, no. It was a huge success, the surgery. So, but like what I meant was I wanted to talk about it. I did these videos, and then I kind of did a couple of podcasts, and then people, it's funny, would ask about like the hat and stuff because I wear it all the time, and that's our company. And so we started this drilling company in 2016. Which is Great Northern Drilling. And really we were, so out here, energy is life, and drilling, it's how everything operates out here. And I was really chasing kind of like this environmental phase 2 environmental side to drilling and reclamation. And it's a different type of drilling. Anyway, I got into it. We built a rig, got some partners, and it just didn't fly. We've been having a really tough go out here, even prior to COVID. It's been rough since like 2014. Like our sector's been taking a pounding, right? Yeah. And without getting too much into politics, really, it's our own federal government is really hamstrung us, right? So anyway, we just couldn't get it off the ground, and it was tough. And in hindsight, maybe I built the wrong rig, but is what it is. But people like the gear, and I actually spent a lot of money on the marketing piece, the logo, the subliminal messages behind the Great White North, drilling in the Great White North in Canada. And so anyway, after this surgery, I really thought about this pivot in like November about, well, why don't we just sell the swag? And you know what? We failed, and that's okay. But I did want to tie it to the heart somehow, to give back to that community in some form. And really, my partner Barkley, he came up with the idea. Like I told him I wanted to sell swag, and I mean, he's in on everything. He didn't even think. He's like, love it, let's do it, let's sell this, and let's see what we can put together. And he went a step further with the heart, with this, because we were talking about, they mentioned resiliency a lot about people in the West and Alberta and Saskatchewan. And that's kind of our culture out here. And we're resilient in tough times and hard on the sleeve, cliched stuff like that. And he said, can you get a graphic of your murmur? And it just so happened, I loved my surgeon. He's a young guy. He's my age. And we would chat the odd time on Facebook. And I said, can I get a copy of my heart rate with the murmur? And so it looks like it's got this little blip in it, but I mean, most of us can't tell what we're looking at. But anyway, the idea was you put it on your sleeve. You wear your heart on your sleeve, and it's you can check yourself when times get tough. And it kind of all just came together. And so literally we smacked this thing together, and everything's so easy now with Shopify and e-commerce. And I am learning on the fly, but literally we just launched yesterday online, and we had almost 1,000 people check our website, and we're selling a ton. So
did you load up?
Who knew? Well,
probably not.
We're going to run out pretty quick. I think we got like the toques. I thought the toques would go quicker than the hats. It's the other way around. People are going for the hats, and
they're nice. Really nice.
People like that. And the toques are going. I ordered more of the toques. So anyway, and then I wasn't expecting international orders. Like I'm getting guys in Australia and New Orleans and people that we know. But then we've got people we don't know ordering from the Maritimes that we don't know, because we kind of threw it out to everybody, just Facebook and just, social threads. Right. Anyway, we'll see where it goes. Right. Never know.
I think it's great. I love the purpose. I love what's behind it. It's got an ownership to it, and like I said, I know it was through Facebook, but I try and copy it myself, and it's hard to do, but you got to own your own story, right?
Well,
and
you
everybody
do.
has. And if you don't, then you're going to go, you're
Yeah.
going to veer off. You're not going to go in the right direction. But if you own your own story, and
Yeah.
it can be pretty powerful. And
Yeah.
if you didn't have those heart surgeries, you're not selling 1,000 toques right now, right?
Well, yeah,
So,
this is it. It's true. And so, I'm not, I, I don't, even doing this stuff, I didn't like putting myself out there at first, but now that I'm rolling, I just enjoy chatting and telling stories anyway. But again, Barks was really like, you really need to sell, because it is a big deal, and it was, it's trauma, and you worry about your family, and you contemplate death and all that stuff. And you got to overcome a lot of, this is some of the biggest adversity I've ever faced, for sure. And so he's like, yeah, put yourself out there, like, why wouldn't you? And I'm just glad people are receptive to it, to be honest. So
100% for a good
yeah,
cause, and hopefully it takes off for you. And
yeah, we'll
it's
see,
a
we'll
win,
see.
it's a win-win, right?
It is a
So,
win-win, yeah.
yeah, I was
Well,
online
so
looking there. I was trying to
well,
get, I
yeah.
was trying to get a kids one. I was trying to buy a kids one. You're going to get kids ones?
Yeah, I just switched to the last second. I added that it was a pilot project because I was like, I mean, if we sell out, that's a good thing. And then means we got to order more. I've got plans to go all kinds of different routes, and I definitely want to go with kids and like baby stuff, and um, try to make it as cool as possible. We got some other ideas that we'd like to get out there, but we'll see if it,
That's right.
see if it goes.
Yeah, good for
So
you.